Yeah,
All right.
I mean, it's mostly the supposed hardcore group that seems to be talking about how, oh my God, Nintendo has forgotten about us. That's why there's two other companies. There's Xbox and there's Sony. I'm pretty sure they're shelling out hardcore games for you. What, is Mario not hardcore enough for you? Is Link not hardcore enough for you?
More blood and gore.
I mean, Sonic's still around. Is he not hardcore enough for you?
Oh,
But
no.
I'm sorry. You people want more of the same. I'm sorry. Enjoy your 300th run on Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Poor fags. But yes, I just defended Sonic. I just defended the newer Sonic games. Cry me a river.
Sonic 3D. Poor man's Mario 64.
Oh God. But I mean, like I said, I mean, it's pretty much a moot point at this point. It's all about preference as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Shit. If people are not down with playing hardcore titles like Gears of War or Halo 3 or even shit like God of War, then so be it. I mean, damn, you people gonna catch a titty attack off that shit? What, you people catching a blood clot or something? people are actually have something called preference or difference in opinion?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, people, chillax.
Or just open-minded.
I mean, have more of an open mind about that. I mean, speaking of fucking
but
Mario,
but when it comes down to it, you still suck. You still suck to what you can't do, which is plumbing. Bitch.
Speaking of Mario and Sonic, you have got to love how they're coming out with another Olympics game.
And it doesn't stop.
They're coming out with the winter games.
Oh my God.
See how they make you feel.
Wait, what?
Exactly.
Yeah, apparently Mario and Sonic didn't learn their lessons from the last game, and they want to go into the winter games now.
Imagine how it's gonna be like.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, and then the third one is gonna be
lots of this with the nunchuck.
Oh, and trust me, there's gonna be plenty of that. Even when the console shut off and they're in the bathroom.
Peach and Amy in spandex. Peach and Amy in spandex. Peach and Amy in spandex. Oh.
Every basement dweller's dream. I mean, hardcore gamer's dream.
Oh my God! But I mean, there's nothing I can really say about that shit. But
Yeah.
whatever. But I mean, like I said, I mean the whole like I said, it's just a ridiculous point. I mean, I don't even see what the point is. It's the difference of it's a matter of preference, a difference of opinion.
Yeah.
And you people can't accept the fact that people play other systems that aren't made by people that were for that funny story. The fact that these other two companies, Xbox and Microsoft and Sony, weren't even originally game companies.
No, they weren't. Microsoft was more of a computer software company.
They were computer software, and Sony was about their TVs, their DVD players, their VCRs, and home appliances and stuff like that. So
Well, I mean,
you can't get more hardcore than Nintendo.
Well, I mean, if anything, when
Old school.
When PlayStation did come out, I mean, they did revolutionize the whole
they
gaming industry by replacing cartridges with CDs. But I mean, it wasn't that serious.
But funny that you mentioned PlayStation, because a lot of the old schoolers from that time were worried about how the PlayStation was bringing in this whole new audience, the jocks, because of all the incoming sports games and all this other shit.
Well, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, sports is like sports itself. It comes and goes during the season, so hey, I can care less about it.
It's like, but
there's nothing hardcore about catching a football on 3D. No, there's nothing hardcore about that. You want that shit? Go out into the field and get some exercise.
Play some rugby. Play some rugby. You cannot get more hardcore than that. Get off your asses. Stop playing.
It's funny too.
Stop playing your virtual volleyball and dodgeball.
Shh. Don't give him any more ideas.
Get off that DOA shit.
Oh, DOA is just a poor excuse of a fighting game, if you ask me.
It was good. It was good up until. It looked like it was good up until what, 3?
I think 3 and 2. Yeah, that was like the high
4
point
was
of it.
just forget it.
4
I
was.
can't even comment on that shit.
4, it's a different story for a different time and age.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, people complain about Nintendo's casual. I mean, Nintendo's been around. It's been around since the very beginning.
Yeah.
If you want, if that's as old school and as hardcore as you're gonna fucking get. As far as these other systems, I'm not
I
saying
mean,
they're
'cause
not
seriously,
hardcore.
who?
I'm not saying they're not hardcore. I'm just saying that they don't gather a large audience in comparisons to Nintendo.
I mean, 'cause
And
seriously,
this is someone who, at this point, doesn't really play Nintendo anymore, except for, like I said, my virtual console for other games that weren't originally on Nintendo. But I mean, yeah, I'm like, this whole casual hardcore thing. No. It's just no. You, there's nothing to really be said about that. No, it just doesn't work. I mean, people argued about the jocks joining in. People eventually got over it, and will
yeah.
eventually get over the whole hardcore versus casual.
You know, up until
I mean,
freaking
casual can,
virtual systems come on, then it won't be about controls anymore. It's gonna be about helmet visors and you in a 3D parallel universe.
You already know. You already know my position on this. This is my
Yeah.
last gen, man. I can't keep up with these systems. These systems, with the exception of the Wii, these systems are getting way too fucking expensive. They
Yeah.
are getting way too fucking expensive.
Expensive, and not to mention cheap hardware.
Oh, you mean this?
Give a sec, people.
Oh, you mean this?
Defective as hell. Exactly. Look at that shit.
And you fanboys suck this shit up like it's fucking serious. I'm not saying all Xboxes are like this, but
The majority are.
this is majority of the system that you people suck off like it's like it's honey straight from the jar. I mean, like it's marmalade. I mean, like I said, I'm nothing against Xbox, but when you have so many recalls on a system, and for a stupid for a malfunction like this that could have easily been prevented, people, get the denial glasses off of you, man.
It was
Take
funny.
them off.
It was funny too because when 360 before it came out, it was like before they could run any like tests or like fix all the bugs in the system. It was pretty much like a rush job, so they didn't care. It was like, oh, we got the system all on schedule.
I mean, like I said, I've always been a PlayStation, Nintendo person from the very beginning. There was nothing Xbox could ever really offer me as far as gaming, because whatever they had was either third party and was probably was shelled off to any other system. That's for one thing.
I mean, don't get me wrong though. I mean, when the first Xbox came out, they actually had some pretty good they actually had some pretty good first party original titles that didn't involve any like first person shooters or like fucking stereotypical
Halo
or RPGs.
Yeah.
Well, then again, I mean, Halo was like the only good first person shooter on on Xbox.
I mean, the only reason you probably catch me is see me playing a 360 again from Vesperia. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I mean, aside from that, I mean, Eternal Sonata is on the PS3.
Spoiler alert: we're gonna see Tales of Vesperia on PS3.
All these other games. What's another game? There's probably a couple of this. Pretty much most of the games just don't really appeal to me. It's like, nah. I mean, Halo 3.
Nah.
The Halo series in general, and Gears of War. I mean, Gears of War looks interesting. I would play it, but I wouldn't
take it, hardcore.
Not wouldn't take it seriously. I mean, if I play it, I'd most likely just play it for like maybe the multiplayer or something like that. But that's whenever I would ever find the free time to touch it. In comparison, with everything else that I'm playing.
Frankly, right. Stay tuned for the next part.